Hi everyone, my name is Holly and I'm the editor of International Airport Review, and I'm joined here by Pablo Lopez Loeches, who is head of Ideation and Entrepreneurship division at Aena. So Pablo, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you to you.
So firstly, your job title interests me as I've not seen this title before. So are you able to share what your role actually involves?
Yes, actually, it was a new role created last year in the innovation team. In the innovation strategy of Aena, we have a funnel for all the initiatives, all the projects we want to do, starting from designing new products, creating new ideas, and finishing rolling out all the solution in our airport network. So this role was created to be in charge of the first part of the channel, which means creating new ideas, testing it, validating new solutions, and then analyzing how can we implement them in Aena. The main responsibilities of this role is to be in charge of the innovation programs we have, mainly Aena Ventures, which is our open innovation program, and Innova, our entrepreneurship program for employees. Also be in charge of the technological surveillance team, which their main tasks are to find different solutions of the market that can fit into Aena strategy, and also looking for funding to do innovative projects. And also the other part of the role is to test new solutions, new products, new services that we can use in our airports, and then based on the results, analyzing how we can implement this in our strategy.
And what about the word entrepreneurship in your title? What does that relate to?
This word applies basically to the innovation programs we have. We have Aena Ventures, is our open innovation program to collaborate with startups. The word by itself means creating or generating new ideas. So through Aena Ventures with startups, we create new ideas for our airports. And also it applies to our Innova project, which is the entrepreneurship program for employees. What we do is we launch different challenges inside the organization, and employees can apply to these challenges with their solutions, and well, they receive an award if they win, they participate during the project if they are the best ones selected. And well, mainly for the open innovation and entrepreneurship program, these words apply, generating new ideas, creating new ideas that can have a future in the organization.
So whatever area of the airports that you work in, you can submit an idea within the Innova program. That's really nice.
Yeah, we have different challenges, different topics, and all people of the organization can apply with their innovative ideas to that.
So everyone owns innovation, not just the innovation
Yeah,
departments, which is
it's
nice.
a way to spread the innovation culture inside
Yeah.
the organization.
Fantastic. Now, in 2021, you launched the first edition of your Aena Ventures, your startup acceleration program. You're now in the second edition, which broke records with 514 proposals received, making Aena Ventures one of the most successful airport acceleration programs worldwide. This is pretty big.
Yeah.
Can you give us an overview of the projects that were a result of the first edition, which are currently in the deployment phase?
Yeah, in each edition of Aena Ventures, we select 5 startups, and they have to do during the acceleration phase like a trial in the airport to validate their solution. And after that, we decide which of them continue with us with a larger contract, up to 2 million euros, to roll out these solutions in the network. So from the first edition, we selected 5 startups, and now we are in the phase of rolling out 3 of the solutions that were presented. One of them is Oli, our virtual assistant. Is like a chatbot we have developed, and we have done a lot of ad hoc integrations with our applications, with flight data information, frequent question for passengers, point of interest in the airport, and we have also developed a game so passengers can play the game while they are waiting in the airport. So this is one of the projects that started in Aena Ventures, and now it's a very large project that we are deploying in all our network. The second one is called Aena Mobility. It's a mobility platform in which we integrate different means of transport, and the idea is to improve the experience of the passengers between the city and the airport on how they can move from the city center, well, the different cities around the airport to the airport. It's like a Google Maps in where you can find the different routes. You can select the route by the most sustainable one, the cheapest one, the fastest one, and then the idea is that you could both the tickets, all the integrated tickets in this same application. And also it's connected with Aena Map. With Aena Maps is like a Google Maps we have inside the airport, and you can know before traveling the time you're going to spend from home until the boarding gate, including the waiting times in the airport and all this information. And the third one is called Hi China. It's an idea that it's a marketing idea, let's say. And what we want to do in this project is to offer to the Chinese passengers all the commercial services that we have in Aena, the VIP lounge, the fast track, the different VIP services we have in the airport to the Chinese passengers, because they cannot know before traveling to Spain what they are going to find in the airport or what they are going to find in the destination, in Madrid, for instance, or in Barcelona. And the idea is to present all this offer to them before traveling at destination, because they have really close applications that they just can use for their own services in China, but not out of China. So the idea is to present them all the commercial they will find in destination, in the airport and in the city.
Because do you see the amount of Chinese passengers traveling through airports growing in the coming years?
Yeah, it's slowly growing since the pandemic,
Yeah.
but well, it's a segment of passengers and traffic that they spend a lot in our airport. So
Yeah.
we want to improve their experience and provide them all the services they want when they arrive to Spain.
Fantastic. And you mentioned, of course, Ollie, the chatbot. So what makes him the perfect travel companion? And I think you have some plans to connect him with other chatbots, don't you?
Yeah, well, we started with a small proof of concept just in Madrid and Barcelona, just answering some queries from passengers and some frequent questions from passengers. But we have improved it a lot, and now we have a lot of applications inside the chatbot. You can look for your flight and subscribe to your flight, and you will receive real-time notification of the status of the flight, of the boarding gate, if the gate has changed, last call of the boarding gate, these kind of things. You can also find all the commercial offer of the airport in the chatbot. It's connected also with this application Aena Maps, so you can look for places inside the airport and it will say you how to go to this place. We have a game which is called Flappy Oli that you can use if you are bored at the airport. You can play the game and spend time there. And well, it's in different languages, different channels. You can access the chat by voice too. It's in the physical screens we have in the airport. We have put a QR code in the physical screens at the airport, and you can scan the QR code and take, let's say, all the info of the screen in your mobile phone with the chat. And the idea we have is we have made a proof of concept with Brussels Airport, because, well, the company we are working with, Airport AI, is the company that is helping us to develop this chatbot, and the ones that started in Aena Ventures, they have also developed a chatbot for Brussels Airport and other airports in Europe and in the world. So taking this advantage, we have talked with Brussels Airport to try to connect both chatbot, Oli from Aena and Bruce from Brussels Airport. So for instance, if you have a flight from Madrid to Brussels, you look for your flight in the application, in the chatbot. It will give you all the info about the flight, and at the end it will say, if you want to know info about your destination, Brussels, you can connect with my friend Bruce, and he will give you all the info about the destination. And we can connect in the same channel and creating like a standard experience from Madrid to Brussels with these two chatbots.
Okay.
And now we are looking to connect it with other chatbots from other airports, or also with chatbots from airlines, because it makes sense to have all the info in the same channel for the passengers.
That's a really nice idea.
Yeah.
Now, the second edition, of course, of Aena Ventures, what exciting projects have been selected in that?
Yeah, so we are now in the acceleration phase of the second edition of Aena Ventures, and we have 5 projects which are finishing their proof of concept, and at the end of April we present the results in the demo day. So the 5 projects we have is the first one we are working with stress-free car rental. It's a startup from UK, and we are creating like an e-commerce for rent a car in Aena channel. So the idea is that passengers can book a car or rent a car through Aena channels, and Aena will take a commission if the passengers make the booking through this channel. But this is working just for airports out of Spain at this moment for the trial. Then we have the challenge airport data driven, in which we are working with Copenhagen Optimization. They are testing a virtual queuing service for the security control in Tenerife Airport. We have called it My Slot, so you can book your slot before going to the security control. And also we are testing with them 2 products they have about forecasting. And so what they want to show us is how can they predict the arrival of passengers at the airport and the check-in area and the security control in different points of the airport. The third one is called Bag. We are working with Bag ID. It's a company from Norway, and they have electronic bag tags. So you can make the check-in of the luggage from home. You create an electronic bag tag. You don't have to print it at the airport and do all this process in the airport. You can do it at home. And also you can do the tracking of your bag during your journey. What they have now is that they can do that with Bluetooth technology, but we are, during the acceleration phase, we are testing how to do this with RFID inside the baggage system of the airports, because we don't have Bluetooth connectivity in the baggage system of the airport, and passengers cannot see the bag in that point. And we are solving it with RFID technology. So the fourth one, it's called Virtual Airport, the challenge, and we are working with Deusens, one startup from Spain, and they are designing a virtual reality world. Let's say they have designed a Boeing 737 for the training of the firefighters of the airport. So firefighters could do part of this training with the virtual classes and in the virtual reality world. And we have also created a module for the trainees to value the training of the firefighters in the same virtual world, is how we call it. And the last one is the sustainability challenge. We are working with Hobby, and a startup from the Netherlands, and they have designed an equipment like a machine to capture CO2 from the boils, well, from different installations. And we are testing it in Barcelona Airport in one of the boils to see how this machine can capture the CO2 and don't emit this CO2 into the atmosphere. So let's see in the demo day the results of these projects.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for running through all of those. I mean,
Yeah.
well remembered, because
Yeah.
there's a lot to remember there. But then finally, Pablo, how do you foster a culture of innovation, as an innovation leader yourself?
Yeah, well, we have mainly through the innovation programs we have, both in Aena Ventures and in Nova, we try to involve different units of the organization, different people. In Aena Ventures, for instance, each startup is accompanied by a team of Aena, and this team is composed by different people from different units related to the project. So it's a way to spread the innovation culture and to involve different areas of the organization in the innovation strategy and in the innovation projects. And through Innova, well, what we are looking is to find talent inside the organization and to find new ideas. And also what we want to do is that people from other units can participate with us doing trials, doing proof of concept, and well, it's also a way to spread our innovation strategy, our innovation culture in all the areas we have in the organization.
Well, it's obviously a model that works for you, so congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you very much, Pablo. That was my final question.
Thank you.